Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. This is Hani Ismail from Planning Engineer website, and in this video we are going to create report number 2. So we created our report number 1. I did some formatting. You can download it from the previous lesson, and we want now to create our report number 2. So report number 2, mainly we need to show the activities by stage, zone and building type, and show the planned start, planned finish, actual start, actual finish, quantity, planned quantity, executed quantity, planned value, earned value, planned percentage, actual percentage, and the variance between these two. And also we need to do a filter to show only the activities with variance. It means it is planned but not executed, or it is executed ahead of time, and do some conditional format here to show the ahead and behind activities. This report is very powerful and gives you the current situation of your project. So let's go and start immediately. We are going to save a new version of our database. And I'll call it revision 4. And let's start doing our report number 2. So here I'll create a new sheet. I'll call it report 2. And let's see what the columns we need here. We'll insert pivot table from our data model. And I believe by this stage now you are familiar with the data model and how it works. And let's see what we need to show. We need to show a stage, zone, and building type. So here from activities we can put the stage, zone, type. And as you can see, the previous report we took long time because we created some columns. However, the more you create information and organize your database, the next reports will be much more easy. So now we need to add here the activity ID and activity name, and from here I want to separate the columns, so show in tabular item in tabular form. So I have here the activity ID and I have here the activity name. What else we need to show? We need to show the planned start. And if you click the planned start and it is a date, so the Excel automatically will make like quarter, year, and so on. You can get rid of this one as I will show you right now. As you can see, when I click the planned start, the Excel automatically created month, quarter, year. But I don't know, I don't want all of this one, and I don't want even to be in the columns. I want to be in the rows. So just I'm going to remove them and drag the planned start here into the rows. But because this is a huge calculation, so the Excel may take some time to just respond to your orders. So just be patient. So I'm going to drag this one here, the planned start, and I'm going to remove the month and the quarter. Actually, it is my mistake because I should drag the planned start directly to the rows. But no problem. I remove it from here. Then here the quarter, I don't need the quarter, I need the planned start only here, like this. Then I'm going to show in tabular 4. As you can see here, it is grouped by year and quarter and month. So I'm going to remove all of this. I don't want. Okay, so this is the planned start. I'm going to drag the planned finish. I have one trick. If you don't want to process with this quarter, year, and month, just put it in the values. Then from the values, drag it here. So this one trick I learned, just if you want to make the process faster. But it will be done one time only. The Excel will calculate it one time only for you, and then you have no problem. Okay, so we have here the planned start, planned finish. What else we have here? The actual start. Okay, now since I could have too many or more than one date for the actual start, I need to do a formula here. Let me show you what I mean. From the progress update, I have here the actual start date. Let me do count here. You can see, for example, this one, the side people give me 4 dates. So I need the minimum date of the actual start. So I'm going to do something tricky here. I'm going to the progress update, and I will change the type of the actual start and the actual finish to number. So this is number. The reason I'm doing this, I didn't refresh my database yet, because I want here to make it minimum. So it will give me the minimum date, but the Excel cannot do it if it reads as a date. Now I change it to the number. I'm going to refresh my data. So this will give me the first date this activity started. Once the data is refreshed, I can use minimum and choose from the format as a date. I check the format I want, and this will give me the minimum date. This is a nice trick, but it is useful for our case. And I'm going to do the same with the actual finish or actual completion. But in that case, I'm going to check the maximum. I need the latest date this activity was reported as completed. So I'm going to the maximum and I'll get the date, click OK. Selected the wrong column. I chose the actual percentage complete instead of actual date. So I'm going to choose the actual date. And in that case, I'm going to click maximum, the date, I select the format, and we are good to go. Here is the actual or finish date. Let's save at this stage and see what else we have here. We have the quantity, total quantity for the activity. So I believe from the activities we have here, or from BOQ activity, we have activity quantity. And we have here the sum of activity quantity. Looks great. Okay, now what we have here also, the planned quantity. The planned quantity. Let us check what we have in the progress update. Do we have the planned quantity or the week quantity? So let's go to the table, progress update. We have here the earned value, earned hours, and we don't have here the earned quantity or the executed quantity. So let's do the executed quantity. And think with me now, what should be the formula for this one? We will VLOOKUP the activity ID, and in the activity sum, we will search for 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we will put the quantity here. So we need column number 4 and exact match. Here let us add the quantity, activity quantity as a sum. So we have here the sum of activity quantity, and from the week's distribution, from the progress update, this is the quantity. Let's multiply by the actual percentage complete, and this is the executed quantity. Okay, what about the planned quantity? From the week's distribution, this is the weekly hours, weekly value, weekly percent. Let's make weekly quantity. This is the planned quantity. Do the same VLOOKUP for this item in the activity sum. 1, 2, 3, 4, column number 4, exact match. And I think now you start understanding how things work. And this will be multiplied by the weekly percentage. And we will put if error value 0. And let's do the check. The sum here, let's make this one number to make it easy to read. 1 decimal is enough. Those 10 million to 921. Is it the same here? 10,921. Great. So we are good to go. Just to keep our sheet performance, we are going to copy and make this 1, 2, 3. Back to our report number 2. From data, refresh all. Now we need to add the planned quantity, which is week quantity. And this we can find in weeks distribution. We can find weekly quantity. Great. So now we need to add the executed quantity from the progress update. This is executed quantity. This planned quantity, executed quantity. Yep. This is executed quantity. And here we need to add a planned value and earned value. From the week's distribution, we can get the week value. But the week value is not showing if we make here or go to very end. Let's go to the bottom. It is showing the total of the project, not the planned value as per our week here. So think with me how we can make this work. Very simple. You can go to the analyze, filter connection, and connect this pivot table with our slicer in week ID. This will give you the planned value exactly same as the planned value here. So let's just check. This is the planned value 126372. Planned value 126372. So this is already connected with this one. And as you can see here, there is a message that relationship between tables may be needed. You have to pay attention for this message if you have wrong outputs here. Since we have a correct output, so we have no problem. So don't worry if you have this message. However, you need to verify that all your data are correct. Okay, so we have here the planned value. We need to enter the earned value. This is from the progress update. We have already here the earned value. Where it is? Yes. earned value, and let's do our check. The earned value is 55718. Let us check, double check here. 55718. Great. So you need to do this check regularly. Now we need to create or calculate the planned percentage. How you are going to calculate the planned percentage? Think with me. We have already in the weeks here, or in the weeks distribution, yeah, we have the week percentage, but this is not the correct way to calculate the planned percentage. Why? Because when it's summed to the above levels, it will give you misleading information. So simply, we will go to the week distribution. We have here the week value. We right click and click add measure. We will call it this one M planned percentage. M it means measure, planned percentage. What it will equal to? It will equal to, I will make a practice like this. When I type this sample, you will find that all the tables you have. So I need the sum of week value, and I will divide it by sum of activity value or activity amount. Before click OK, I will check that the formula is okay. This formula has no errors. This is very important. And I'm going to make this one, let's keep it as it is, and I'll click OK. And this will generate a new column for me here called M planned percentage. So let's see if it is works correctly. I'm going to drag it here. And I'm going from value settings, number format, I'm going to show it as a percentage. So let's see if the percentage works. Yeah, it looks fine for me. So this is the planned value. Let us go to the very bottom. We have here 2.04, the planned value. Is it correct? Yes, perfectly correct. This is how you can double check your calculation. Okay, what about now the actual percentage? Similarly, we can go to the progress update, add a measure. We'll call this measure name M actual percentage, and this one will equal to sum of earned value divided by sum of activity amount. Check our formula. Great. Okay. The progress update will find the new column actual percent. Let's drag it here. Let's go to the very end to check. Before we need to make this one as a percentage. Okay. I think we opened the previous one, yeah. Let's make this percentage. Okay. Okay. Let's check that 0.9. Yeah. So our calculation is great. Now, as a planning engineer, I need to verify my data that there is nothing wrong. As I can see here, there is something 200%. It means the site people giving me wrong updates. And I'm telling you in a moment how to fix it. But let's first do one more column. The remaining column here is variance. So the variance, I want to check the planned minus the actual, or the actual minus the planned. So I'm going to create a new measure, and I will call it M measure variance. But I don't want to put it in the assign. Let me put it in the weak distribution. Fine. Oh, sorry. Weak distribution. I'll call it M measure variance. And this will equal to sum of M. Let's find the M first. M. Here it is. We need to actual, so we need to M actual minus M planned. Check formula, no errors. I just put the measure name in the value description. That's why the OK wasn't active. Now I put here the measure name in the measure name and click OK, and I am done. So here is the M variance. I can drag and put it here, and let's make it percentage. Yeah, let's make it percentage. Okay, so mainly my report, I want to show only the variance where I am ahead or behind my schedule. So first, let me do some format here to the table. So the pivot table option, I don't auto fit, and from the filter, from the value filters, does not equal to, and here I'm going to choose my variance. Let's find our M activity variance. M variance does not equal to 0. So this will show only for me the values, or the values here that there is some variance. It means that I did the activity ahead of time or did the activity late, and there is some delays. So let me check again. Does not equal to 0. M variance. Okay. And in order for this filter to work with you, if I did the filter like this, does not equal to, even if I selected here the variance, M variance does not equal to 0, and click OK, almost nothing will happen. That is because here I'm standing on the stage, so it will apply to the stage. But I don't want to apply this filter to the stage. I want to apply this filter to the activity ID, and then from value filter does not equal to, and from here I select the variance does not equal to 0. Okay, and here you can see your report. Okay, now I need to do some formatting. I'll save so far, and all the numbers I have, I need to make it as a number without decimals, and show separators to show my report in better format. Number. And always after you finish your report, you need to verify the data. This is very important. If you are a good planning engineer, it means you are verifying the data. We have here sum of weekly quantity. This should be number. Yeah. Okay, good to go. Now I want to give my report some colors, so I'm going to select this level. I'll give it the color. This level I'll give it another color, and this level I'll give it another color, just to make it easy for reading. Now from the design here, I can select this shape, which will give me border for my report, and I can now just give my report some equal spaces, make it in the middle, and here I'm going to create Control Shift down, or maybe the whole column, no problem. From the conditional format, I'm going to make a new rule. If the cell value is greater than 0, fill it with green. It means I am ahead of time. Fill it with green. A new rule: if the cell value is less than 0, it means I am behind the schedule. Fill it with red. Okay, now I can get rid of the whole row, this one, by making it first. Let me clear the rule from this cell, and I can just keep the heading here with no color, and I can put my heading here, so I can type here my heading. So already I have some heading, and now my report is ready for distribution. However, as a planning engineer, I should notice wrong information in this report. It is something wrong here, something wrong related to the planning, and something wrong related to the updates. Whatever related to the updates, for example, here I have the actual percent here. This is 200%. This is not something not logic. So simply I can filter this heading, and I'm going to the actual percent here, and greater than 1, click OK. This will filter for me my wrong activities. This give a misleading information. This all should be fixed. As a planning engineer, you shouldn't report this progress because something wrong here. You put the activity more than 100%. And this is normally I'm doing this check before distributing my reports. So you need to do the check and correct the progress update information. This one, you need to update it, you need to fix it. Okay, so I have fixed it now. I have the correct information. So let me copy and paste it. So now I corrected my percentage by copying and pasting the correct progress update. And as you can see here, everything changed now. If you remember the the earned value, the actual percent, all this was changed, and even the performance, it was 600, now it is 110, which is more reasonable. All this information was changed according to my new data. So imagine if you find such mistake while you are doing or using the traditional method, you would suffer a lot. So now I can do my conditional format again. Cell value is less than 0, format by red, and a new rule: if the cell value greater than 0, format green. And of course I need to remove clear from the selected cells. So here I have a report, what is ahead and what is behind, and of course I shouldn't have here any percentage beyond 100%. So simply, if I want to prepare a report for my manager, to tell what is the activities behind the schedule, simply I can filter by color here and use a red one, so all of these activities are behind the schedule. Now let me tell you one last thing before ending this video. I can find here some planning mistakes. The planning mistakes I can find from the activities that should be done. For example, here the testing and adjusting balancing and the dates for it. It is obviously wrong. So you have here something wrong in your planning. This should be started and in very early stage comparing to the other activities. So this will give you also a chance to review your schedule. Even if you don't have updates, you can play with it, change the dates, change the weeks, and see what is the activity should be executed. So in the purpose of this training, I'm not going to fix it, but just telling you that you need to find, before giving the report to your managers, find what is wrong here. Testing, oh come on, testing in this date, this is not logic. So you need to fix your time schedule accordingly. One more thing here we need, just because I like the format of the date to be like this, because some people could read the months then the day, other cultures read the day then the months. So it is better to make it like this, very clear for everyone. I hope you found this report easy. Please try to do it yourself. You have the final outputs for your reference. See you in the next video.